Hi everybody, it's Carrie Connick from brandscapeatelier.com, where we ignite entrepreneurs, we guide, champion, and ignite you to take up your full voice. Coming back at you with another weekly concept, in this case another chapter or page in the conversation about permission. We've talked about power. Now I'd like to talk about where the block is, where the shadow block is that we can remove, that gives you the okay, the internal okay to harness your power, which is if you can shift from ego to being of service. All right, so permission to be of service, that's what this week is about. What happens in the brand double helix model that I'm authoring and that I'm teaching and taking you on in the future is the ego is grabbing shadow power, shadow tricks and techniques to keep you down. And the sacred contract, the brand DNA, the sacred contract, we're at internal battle at all times. And so what's happening is you need to consciously choose to move from being of ego into being of service. Ego, shadow, service, divine contract. Sacred contract, brand contract. Got it? Ego, service. This is why. By making that shift, it disarms the shadow. It disarms the gaming that's going on in your mind, really, and that's stopping you from playing full out or being in full power. When you shift into service, you must surrender and access the entrepreneurial spirit that's like trying to just like waterfall down into you so that you can have the most powerful brand possible. The ego says, I'm awesome, it's all about me, I'm the best. And then we as entrepreneurs, when we are really of service, are really challenged by being braggadocious or being grand, or being like the most expensive option in the category. When you're of service and you own that you have incredible gifts and incredible leadership to offer, and you are paid accordingly, then it's not about ego. Okay? Last week I was in a group of entrepreneurs talking about being the most expensive option in the category. I think everybody should strive for that, because then you would be at full service. You'd be in such demand, and you'd be handsomely rewarded for it. Okay? And so I challenge you to give yourself permission to move from ego to being of service, because it will disarm the block or the inner conflict temporarily, because in the double helix model, what's really happening is it's always at play. It's not a mindset issue, guys, where I got it, I'm good. As one of my most favorite mentors, Debbie Ford, used to say, I'm glad you got it, I'm glad you had that epiphany and that breakthrough. Don't hold on to it too long, because it's going to be gone in a little while. It's like, why are you saying that? Why do you kill our buzz? Well, I've taken on the role to be clear, is that is always temporary. You must master this conversation between the shadow and the sacred contract. So, your challenge, shift from ego to service. I would love to hear what became possible for you when you did so. And be ready for the backlash. Be ready for the ego to put another block in front of you. Pay attention. Notice. Okay, that dance is constant, and the more you amplify your brand, the more you amplify your voice, the more you amplify your power, guess who's going to show up and say, don't get so big. You know who? You, the human part of you. Okay. My job is to help you be armed with the right tools and the right techniques to go forth in service anyway. Okay? Fun, huh? We having fun? All right, have a great week. I look forward to talking to you next week about the conversation of permission. Mwah. Love you.